All right, as we approach the end of the year, many people are still wondering about the San Diego real estate market. So to give us a summary of how 2025 was and a look ahead at 2026, President and founder of the Jim Bottrell Real Estate Team, Jim Bottrell. Jim, good morning. Man, every year we do this. So now as you look back, at 2025, what's your take? What are your
Well, it's over now. So it started like most years do. There's a few more buyers than there were sellers. But you may remember I was in here in February, end of February, saying I'm starting to see the market change a little bit. I'm starting to see houses sit, starting to see houses not sell. Let's see how this plays out. And then in March, I came back and said, we're at the beginning of a market correction, which we were through August. There's only two types of houses that sold really in March through August were diamonds and deals. That was it. So I was prepared, and at the end of August, I was prepared to say that we're going to have a very rough winter. And then September happened, and September exploded. Buyers came out of the woodwork. It was nuts. And I thought, well, is this a one-off, or is this something that's going to be a trend? And we saw October, November were both solid months. December is epic. I've never seen a December like this. So the market correction is over. Prices have bottomed. That was it. Our market lost 5 to 7% in value. That was it. We're done with the market correction.
So what happened in September and October to turn around?
Well, the buyers came out of the woodwork. I mean, there's things that happen in the real estate industry. We don't understand why, but
exactly.
I mean, the Fed was talking about lowering rates. And the Fed was lowering rates, but it wasn't really translating into mortgage interest rates. But I don't know that the buyers knew that. So the buyers were showing up, but it just exploded. So market correction's over.
Okay, market correction's over. Now we're hearing that there's not a lot of homes on the market right now. We only had 22,700 sell this past year.
Yeah, so this was all through the summer, through March through August. Normally in San Diego market, there's about 4,500 houses that will sell per month. And in a good market, 7,000, maybe 8,000. We were running through the entire summer months at 1,900 per month. So in the real estate industry, we were calling it the summer that didn't happen. It was a really rough summer.
Okay, so let's look ahead to 2026.
2026, okay.
Interest rates coming down, maybe?
We know, not maybe. We know that Jerome Powell's term is up, and that's a presidential appointed position. So we know that he's out in May. Trump wants the rates down. He's going to appoint a loyalist. So we know that rates are going to come down. I can say that pretty solidly. Rates are going to come down. So that's going to be very exciting. That's going to do a couple things for us. First of all, that most people aren't thinking about is think about all these people that are rate locked. They got those super low COVID era interest rates that 2 or 3, they're not giving them up. I'll use an example, true example. A couple that we had that they've owned this house for 20 years. It's a 4-bedroom house. All the bedrooms are upstairs. There's an elderly couple, can't go up and down the stairs, so they're sleeping on the couch, right? Because they're not giving up their 2.5% mortgage interest rate. So their house clearly doesn't fit their needs anymore, right? But they're not going to walk away from their 2.5% mortgage interest rate to 7% to get a single story that actually works for them, which is unfortunate because the market needs that house. There's families who need that house. But I think if interest rates come down enough, we're going to start to see them move. They're going to go get those houses that fit their needs. Lower interest rates are going to bring more buyers. So that's going to put upward pressure on the market. Now, on the other side of that, from a macroeconomic standpoint, this is just my opinion, world according to Jim, I see us having an issue with the record high consumer debt, the record high credit card default rates, the record high car repossessions, although that's a different topic. But I see we're going to see more of those people coming to the market. And even in our small team, we've had listings that we've taken recently where people have over $200,000 of consumer debt and they have no choice but to sell their house. We're going to see more of those show up in 2026. But I think those additional houses, those distressed situations are going to show up. They're going to be offset by the number of new buyers that are showing up because of the lower interest rates. So as long as, my prediction for 2026, as long as the mortgage interest rates stay between 5.0 and 5.99, I think we're going to have a very stable market. We're going to have more buyers, more sellers, more transactions, but prices are going to be very stable. If we see interest rates come into the 4s, well, that's a whole new wave of buyers that are going to show up, and now we're going to be back to maybe bidding wars. We're going to see housing prices go up dramatically.
And we're going to see a lot of refis.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody who got a loan after 2022 is going to refi.
Yeah.
And they've already been doing it. But yeah, I mean, I'd definitely be doing that midsummer. I think they're going to get some really low rates there. So,
good.
I mean, lower anyway. We're not going back to those 2 and 3s, COVID interest rates, or COVID era stuff. There were so many things that perfectly aligned to make that happen. That's a once in a lifetime type thing. But can we get into seeing something in the high 4s? I think we can. Okay. We'll see.
All right. We'll look for it. Jim Bottrell.
All right.
Good talk.
Thank you.
Always. Thanks, Jim.
If you enjoyed this video and you want to watch more videos like it, be sure to like and subscribe so you can stay up to date in the latest real estate trends and developments. I'm Jim Bottrell, the Jim Bottrell Real Estate Team. I'll see you next time.